Okay, in today's video, we're going to be breaking these things down. Now, what exactly are they? Well, I'll tell you what the auction bid listed them as. Okay, so this one here was listed as a hydraulic liquid pump unit. It's got a nice motor on it, a little reservoir there. That's about maybe 2 foot high, and they're both about the same thing. This one, we paid $16, or we bid $16. There was a 15% penalty, and that was $2.40. So a total of $18.40 for this one. This one here was listed as a water pump unit. Now look, it's got a big old brass chunk right here. It's got a brass chunk right here. There's a reservoir. I have not looked into these. I don't know what's in them. I'm guessing that this reservoir is stainless steel. And this one here was listed as a water pump unit, like I said. This one we bid $13 on it, and with the 15% of $1.95, we paid a total of $14.95 for this one here. I didn't even see what the horsepower on them are. I don't know if you can see that or not. You can pause that and look for the horsepower. Okay, so there are a couple of 4 horsepower motors there. I have been getting an accumulation of motors. I got some big ones and I got some small ones. And I know some people have noticed them in the backgrounds of other ones. And one of my favorite comments was, "Is that a big motor I see in the background, or are you just happy to see me?" What do you think, Charlotte? That was a good comment.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
Made us laugh. The other thing is, you still have the diesel motor over there.
Oh, from that diesel auction,
Yeah,
yeah, from
that you
that
have.
diesel shop.
Yeah,
Going out of
that would
business
add
place.
to our total.
Right.
And
I paid $1 for it, yeah. It's
not
200 and some
that-
pounds.
Not that anybody's keeping count, but I found stuff that belonged to my pile over there. and this right here, this is 3.5 pounds, but I like it.
So she's just going to keep it.
Like a little hammer, so I'm
Whatever. What are you doing over here? Are you breaking?
I'm just
Oh, you got
pulling
these little,
copper off. I'm just busy working, keeping the copper off.
These little, what do they call these? Like variacs? Something like that.
It's just something to do.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey.
I mean, there's easier ways, but I just like keeping busy, and you can only sweep so much. Right there yet.
Yeah, well, you did a good job. Except I got a little oil dry down there. All right, so let's go ahead and start breaking these things down and see if we can't get, so the last time, one of our last videos that we did, we broke down that thing that I got at an auction. And actually, this is the same auction that I got these out of, that have just been sitting here in my shop. And I got a few more things tucked back there in my corner where I'm storing things up to be broke down. But let's go ahead and start tearing these things down and see if we can't make some money like on the last one. Oh, and I got a confession to make. So if you remember the auction where we broke down where I thought it was a hydraulic pump, it turned out to be an oil cooler, and I had $247. I don't know what I did, how I did it, but if you add these numbers up, they don't come to 247. It comes to $177.01. I don't know how I fat fingered $70 difference. I don't know. I apologize. Yeah, but there was a viewer that said, "Hey, I come up with 177." So how did you do that? How did you do that?
I didn't do it. You had the calculator.
I did. It's all my fault. We have no intentions on.
But with that being said, if we ever make mistakes and you see it and we don't point it out to us, we'll gladly correct it.
We're not trying to inflate our numbers or anything like that, right?
No.
Scam the system.
No, we
Nothing like
have
that.
done really well. We don't need to do that, and we don't want to mislead or.
Right.
And we do.
And we have no intentions on doing that.
But we make mistakes, especially this guy.
I'm still blaming you for it. I don't know how she did it, but.
But so do you remember the viewer's name?
I can't remember.
I can't remember, but you brought it to our attention, and we thank you.
Yeah. He wasn't accusing us or anything. He was just pointing it out and just a little confused and probably looking at us like, "Wait a minute, what's going on here?" So I had to look at the video. I re-added the numbers, and absolutely, I somehow made a mistake. Yeah, I absolutely was wrong on that. The thing is I can understand if it was like, you know, instead of hitting 111 pounds, I hit 114. You know, the 4's right above the 1. But how I made a $70 error, I don't know.
He thinks about too much.
Wishful thinking, I guess.
He thinks about.
I will tell you this. I wanted to make $247 on that.
Yeah, but you get to thinking about too many things, and I've noticed it because I'll say something to him and he'll say, "Okay, I'll get it," and then he never does it, and I'm like, "Hey." So I was probably falling into that category. Yeah. You were thinking of something else.
But I assure you, when we break these down, I'm going to double check my numbers so that I will not have a mistake. All right, let's get on with this. Let's get on with breaking these down. All right, so like we do on a lot of our things, let's just go ahead and weigh these up, see what they weigh. All right, what do they weigh here? 109 pounds. That was heavier than I thought they were. I guess I wasn't really lifting them up. 107. 107 pounds for that one. That one's the bigger one. This one here comes in at 95. Yeah, a little lighter. 95 pounds. A little lighter. All right, let's break that one down first, I guess. I guess we just take that motor off there, see what's inside that. The other one's got a little more piping involved in it. So, all right, so let's just like check this out and see. So that looks like that's steel. And this is going to be stainless. Oh, that's cast aluminum. All right. On the back side of it, same thing. All right, so let's go ahead and take this motor off. There's 4 bolts right here, and then there's 4 more bolts right here. Let's just take those apart and see what we come up with. Let's get this motor separated from this reservoir. It's not looking like, I can't see down in here, but it's not looking like there's really anything in here. Oh, there's this. All right, whatever that is. Ooh, I'm seeing something down in there, just not sure what it is. All right, let's take it apart. Yeah. Yeah. Just a stack. Stainless steel stack. That's all it is. Nothing. Yep, nothing valuable here. This is all just stainless steel. This stack of plates or whatever that push the water. I mean, stainless steel is better than steel, but all right. All right, so basically this whole thing here is stainless steel except for this part here. We just got to separate that. Separate the motor, then we can break the motor down. All right, so we got, this is all cast aluminum. This whole housing's cast aluminum. Let's get that, let's get a file and see if this is copper. And the answer is yes, it's copper. All right, and it's gonna be a nice chunk of copper in there. All right. Now we just gotta separate all this other stuff here. Get that rotor out of there. All right. All right, some clean cast. All right, let's go ahead and take this motor apart. It should be fairly easy because it's cast aluminum and just a couple of nuts and bolts to take off of here. Get this little bracket off of here. All right, let's take this junction box part. Get the wiring out of it. So this is all cast. And a bunch of brass. right, nice and easy. Okay, so for this first pump unit here, I got a stainless steel here, and I just threw everything down in there, so that's pretty heavy there. We got us some steel, and we got us some cast aluminum, and then the stator, and I'll break that down at the same time that I break that other one down. So let's go ahead and move on to this next one. Not much out of this one here. If I was to weigh this up without that stator, maybe break even. Well, let's just go ahead and do that. All right, so let's go ahead and weigh this stainless steel up here. We'll turn our scale on, get that turned on, and okay, it's on there, and we're at 26.1 pounds, or 1184 on the kilos. So next is the aluminum here. And we got 8.1 pounds of aluminum, 8.1 pounds or 3.7 kilos. And we've got the shred. See, we're at 0 here, and this is all shred. All right, all the shred, and that comes to 27.7. All right, so there's our numbers there. We're at about $15, and we paid $18.40 for it, but we still have that stator to tear apart. All right, now we'll start working on this one here. It's a little bit bigger. It's got a couple of chunks of brass on it, but I'm not too hopeful that it's going to be anything any more than that last one. Other than that, it has a couple of chunks of brass. But that's why we tear them apart. All right, that's a nice chunk of brass. Set that aside. Now we'll take this piece off here. I think it's going to be easier if we just take this motor off. These are already undone. All right, let's pull this out and see what we got here. Yep, same thing. All right, so this one is a little bit better. There's a big old fat copper pipe in there. That's what's holding on to this brass piece right here. So we're gonna get a little bit of value out of that. All the rest is stainless steel then. All right, first thing is we gotta get these bolts out of here. All right, so we're gonna break this motor down just like the last one, and we're gonna weigh it up, and we'll be done. That's all we'll have. All right, I'm gonna try the Sawzall on this. Just cut this end off here. All right, let me clean these up a little bit, and we'll get right into weighing them up, see how we did. Okay, we are done breaking this all down. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna weigh up this other motor here. We'll divide the copper in two because those motors were pretty much exactly the same. And then on these stators here, I'll just add, I'll split those two. So, all right, so we're gonna add up the stainless steel right now. All right, scales at 0. Weigh the stainless steel up, see what we got. Pretty heavy?
Yeah.
It should, this one here is gonna be a little more because this box was bigger. 32.45 pounds and 14.7 kilos. All right, so next we're gonna weigh up the aluminum. That should be just about.
That's all of that?
Nope, right here.
Right here,
Yep, that's all aluminum.
Okay, 0?
We're at 0. This should be the same exact as the other motor.
Not very heavy.
No, it's not very heavy. 8.3 pounds or 3.76 kilos. And the shred, all of this is shred. So organize it however you need to.
It stays better.
Yeah. All right, don't do that one. Just put the other stuff.
That shred too, or brown?
Yep, that's shred.
The whole container?
Yeah, that container don't weigh anything.
And then that?
Yep. Careful, it'll roll on you. Should be used to handling that. It's like a rolling pin. All right, so there we have 53.2 or 24.12 kilos. All right, so now we'll do the brass. This brass here.
Do you need it on the table?
No, it's got a bunch. Just weigh it. That tub doesn't weigh anything. It's not gonna make or break here. 1.95 pounds of brass, 0.88 kilos. All right, so now the copper. We got this. You guys saw us break all that copper down there. We dumped it into that tub there so we could transfer it to this one. It's easy to see here. Tear it out, and we're at zeros.
So you divide it up.
Well, no, we'll just weigh it and then split it.
Split.
Yeah,
Okay.
can you get it?
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah, I thought you
All right, I'll film you. Oh, there's still more in there. All right. Anything fall back there? Get it all? All right, there's all of our copper, and it comes to 16.95 pounds or 7.68 kilos. All right, so 16, we're just gonna say 17 pounds to make it easy. That divided in 2 is 8.5 pounds, so we've got 8.5 pounds for each unit. And then we'll add this shred onto that first unit there. Oh, gotta zero that out. Careful, it's heavy. And these things are like 20 pounds. 22.2 or 10.08 kilos. All right, let us get these numbers added up and we'll get right back with you. Okay, here we go. I already showed you this part here, except for I added $2 onto this for the stator, the steel part of it. And the copper, 8.5 pounds at 505, which I checked yesterday. I raised it to 505, 42.93 for a total of $60.11. All right, so then on the other one, which was labeled as a water pump unit, we only paid $14.95 for it, and I think we did a little better on this one here. It was a bigger reservoir, which gave us 32.4 pounds of stainless steel at 30 cents. That's $9.72. The aluminum should have been the same, but it shows 2/10 higher, but that's all right. At 60 cents is $4.98. The shred was 53.2. At 9 cents is $4.79. And the same on the copper, 8.5 pounds. We just split it right down the middle, $42.93. And this one here had brass on it, which the other one did not. So it comes up to $6.14 for a total of $68.56. So $8.40 some more. And then if you look at the grand total, we spent a total of $33.35 on this and turned it into $128.67. So before we say goodbye, I want to show you this new table that we got. This thing's 5/8 inches thick. Look at that. It's a nice table. I got plans for this. We're going to be doing something. It has to do with these. So, ideas that I have gotten from people who comment on our channel.
And there's something in this box.
All right, so we turned $33.35 into $128.67, and that's not too bad. So we were hoping, since we had that really nice surprise coil of copper in that other in the oil cooler that was sitting over there, that we bought this stuff at the same auction. This stuff's just been sitting over in the corner, just waiting for us to break down, to give us a little more enthusiasm to break those things down.
Yeah. And plus, earlier in our videos, we found a lot of surprises.
Yeah,
Brass and all
Oh
that
yeah,
stuff.
most of that stuff that we bought there, coolers and just a lot of good stuff there. Yeah, I wish they had one of those auctions every week.
Yeah. And so
nice.
we look for salvage auctions all the time.
Or going out of business stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. We do have a few more things left over there, but we are running out of the stuff from that auction. So
We have a live auction that we're going to on
Wednesday. Yep.
But the auctions are getting slower and slower.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, they're pretty much all online. Yeah, we're planning on filming video in this next auction coming up on next Wednesday. So.
Well, we went last Tuesday because it was his day off, but there was a lot of rain and
Yeah,
they canceled
it. Yep. So, all right. So, I guess that's all we got for them.
I don't have any.
All right, we got to get our scrap to the scrap yard so we can get paid. Thanks for watching.
Bye.